everyone, it's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another meal prep video. Yes guys, I'm going to be doing some meal prep today and I want you guys to join me on this meal prep. I've been focusing a lot on healthy eating and high protein diet, so that is what we are going to be doing today. I'm going to be making some delicious food in advance so that my week is easier and I can just take food out and eat it whenever I want. So this is for future laziness, guys. So right now it's going to take some work, some cleanup, but then I'm gonna have so much food that in the future I can thank my past self. Yes. So if you guys have never seen my meal prep videos, I have a lot on this channel. So I'm gonna leave a link down below to my meal prep playlist so you guys can check out all of my meal prep videos. Before I get started with my meal prep, this video is very kindly sponsored by Thrive Market. If you guys don't know, I work with Thrive Market on a regular basis. They are an online wholesale retailer and they specialize in natural and organic items that are sold at discounted wholesale prices. For an annual membership fee of $60, you get access to their up to 50% off discounted prices. They have lots of different items that are normally sold at natural food stores, but for a discounted price. I love working with them. They have so many different vegan options, lots of pantry staples, and great things to choose from. So if you guys have never checked them out, today is your opportunity because they're giving you guys 25% off your first order plus free trial for a month. So you can try them out and see if you enjoy using them. So thank you so much once again to Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video. Now let's move on to our meal prep. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to be making is chili, and this meal prep I realized is quite like a classic meal prep. I used to make chili all the time because chili is so easy to make. You pretty much cannot screw it up, and all you have to do is basically just put all the ingredients in a big pot, and then while that's cooking you can meal prep other things. So it's a really great thing to meal prep. So I am just chopping up some vegetables. So the vegetables I'm using are onions. Did I just say onions and onions? Oh my god. Onions, mushrooms, and bell peppers. And in a large pot, I'm just going to add a very small amount of oil. You can also keep this oil free if you'd like, but I'm just using a very small amount, and I'm just going to add the onions first, and I'm just going to cook that for a little bit, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of garlic. I already had some minced garlic in a container in the fridge, so I'm just going to throw some of that in there. And then I'm just going to add the rest of the vegetables, so the rest of the bell pepper and mushrooms. So we're just going to saute the vegetables for a couple of minutes, and then we can add some crushed tomatoes. So I'm adding a large can of crushed tomatoes. You can add diced tomatoes. You can add pretty much any sort of like canned tomato. I'm also adding a bit of water as well, and I'm just going to mix that up. And because this is going to be a quinoa and bean chili, we are going to add some quinoa. Yes, that is very important. So we are using this quinoa that I got from Thrive Market. We're gonna add that into the chili. We're gonna mix this up. And I'm using this as kind of like a thickening agent. It's supposed to absorb the tomato and it's gonna make this chili very nice and thick. Here we're adding some spices. We're adding some garlic, some chili powder, lots of chili powder. We also added some paprika and some cumin. And like mentioned before, there will be a blog post linked down below with the written recipes. So we're gonna mix this up and then we're gonna bring this to a nice boil. But before that, I totally forgot to mention we're gonna add some chili beans. Yes, beans are important, very important to chili. So I have these canned chili beans from Thrive Market, really convenient, a big mixture of beans. I'm actually adding 2 of those cans. And we're going to mix this up, bring this mixture to a nice boil, and then I'm going to turn it down into a simmer, cover it up, and let it cook while we do everything else. Now sometimes I use, normally I use red split lentils instead of quinoa to kind of thicken up my chili, so that's an option for you too. And while our chili is cooking, we can prepare other things such as a mac and cheese. I'm making a high protein mac and cheese, and I'm going to use these raw cashews from Thrive Market. These are awesome. And because I never ever soak my cashews in advance, I'm just going to bring them to a boil with a little bit of water in order to soften the cashews. The cashews are going to be used for our mac and cheese sauce. So for vegetables, we're using broccoli, and for the pasta, we are using this banza pasta. This is actually actually a high protein pasta made from chickpeas, I know, and we're gonna bring that to a boil. And while that's cooking, I'm also gonna throw in my broccoli about 5 minutes in, basically 5 minutes before the pasta is supposed to be done. I throw in some broccoli to cook that with the pasta. And the cashews should be pretty soft after about 15 to 20 minutes of boiling. So we're gonna add that into a food processor. And then the next ingredient I'm using is some soy milk. You can use any non-dairy milk. I'm using the soy milk from Thrive Market, which is awesome. And we're also gonna add in some spices. So we have some garlic powder, some salt. We also have nutritional yeast. This is gonna give your sauce a nice cheesy flavor and also add some nutrients in there, of course. For flavor, we're also adding some Dijon mustard, some lemon juice, smoked paprika. You could also just use regular paprika. And we also have some turmeric, and the turmeric's gonna give this a really nice yellow color. And then we can blend this up nicely. And once the pasta and broccoli are done cooking, I just rinsed it up a little bit. It was getting a little bit gross. I don't know why. Lots of foam, okay? Anyways, I'm gonna mix in these sauce, okay? The sauce is a bit thick, but you know, I like it thick, okay? Okay, I don't know. I'm going a bit crazy. Anyways, we're mixing it up, okay? It's a high protein, very delicious, much healthier version of a mac and cheese. And yeah, it's super good. You can also go a little bit easier on the turmeric if you don't like turmeric flavor. This one was like a pretty heavy turmeric flavor. So if you don't like turmeric, add a little less, okay? And then we're gonna make some breakfast. We're using oat bran. I don't think I've ever tried oat bran, but it's kind of like I don't know, I'm just making this up, okay? It's kind of like a finer version of oatmeal. Tell me if I'm wrong, I don't know. We're also using some chia seeds, okay? I try to get in chia seeds or flax seeds as much as possible, not as much as possible, okay? But whenever I remember, I try to add them into like my oatmeals or my smoothies. So here we have some flax seeds. So these are just really good sources of nutrients, okay? They're gonna give us some nice omega-3s. Look at me talking like I know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna pretend. We're also going to add some soy milk, the same soy milk that you saw earlier. And oh, by the way, this is for overnight oats. Did I mention this? So I'm making an overnight oats using oat bran. And I'm also going to add in a little bit of smooth almond butter. This, again, I got from Thrive Market. We're just going to add a nice tablespoon in there, okay? This is going to give our overnight oats a little bit of sustenance. Is that the right word? I'm not sure. We're going to add a nice handful of frozen berries and a bit of maple syrup. You can skip the maple syrup if you don't care about it being sweet. I personally do like a little bit of sweetness in my overnight oats, so I'm going to add a little bit of maple syrup. So we're gonna mix that up, and there are my ugly looking overnight oats. You know, it's not about what it looks like, okay? And at this point, your chili should be finished, and look how thick. You see what I'm saying? Okay, it is now thick and ready to be devoured. So that's a lot of chili, guys, okay? This probably makes about 4 to 5 servings. Now, I like to eat my chili with other things, so I divided this into probably about 5 servings so that I can add in, like, I don't know, a piece of bread, or I don't know, if you're creative, you could eat like cornbread, okay? Or like eat it on top of rice, or eat a nice salad on the side. Yeah, and it's super good. I do think it tastes better the next day once the flavors have made love and all that stuff. But yeah, super simple, really, really high in protein. Yes, guys, lots of protein in there. All right, now we can also assemble the mac and cheese. And honestly, guys, it's so good. And what I actually enjoy doing is eating like half of my plate with mac and cheese and then half of the chili, so that I'm getting that variety. Because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I love me some variety, okay? I usually don't like to have like one thing on my plate. I like to have like a smorgasbord, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I like me some variety. Anyways, there is my delicious looking meal prep. I did not show the overnight oats because those were disastrous in terms of the aesthetics, okay? They tasted good the next day, but in terms of the aesthetics, just not the best. So here we have some beautiful stainless steel containers, which by the way, the round ones I did get from Thrive Market as well. I don't know if they still have them actually, but I did get them at Thrive Market. If you guys are interested in other things other than food, they do have other things as well. So this is my meal prep. The chili freezes beautifully. I didn't freeze the mac and cheese, but I have a feeling that also freezes nicely. And super simple, guys. I highly recommend meal prepping if you are not someone that's doing it already. If you're a busy person, if you are lazy. Oh, there's the overnight oats. Hi. It's ugly, but I made it, so okay then. Alright you guys, so that is it for my meal prep video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got something out of it. If you enjoyed, please give it a big thumbs up. And of course, do not forget to check out my meal prep playlist so you can check out my other videos so you can get some more meal prep inspiration. And of course, if you have not yet subscribed, what are you doing? Click the subscribe button, please. And if you guys are in the US and you have not yet tried out Thrive Market, don't forget to check them out, guys. Link is down below for you to get 25% off your first order plus a free trial for a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!